Hi guys, welcome to A Touch of Film. If you don't know me, my name is Hus and this channel is dedicated to East Asian cinema, movies from Korea, Japan, mainland China, Hong Kong, Taiwan. And today I'm basically giving you an update. I've been going to the London Korean Film Festival. I went to the opening gala, which was showing the Seashore Village, which was is a pretty old film. It's directed by Kim So-young. Kim So-young was in attendance for this movie, along with Chung Ji-young, another veteran director. So there was a big gala for that, and they cut a cake to celebrate 100 years of Korean cinema, which this festival is really emphasising on. It's the main thing for this festival is a celebration of 100 years of Korean cinema. Now, Korean cinema, whilst it has been going for 100 years, we don't really know many films from 100 years ago because Korea's had to deal with the Korean War, the occupation by Japan, and this has led to a lot of movies being lost or damaged. So they've only got movies from the last 70 years, which is crazy. Like the only thing they have from the very first Korean film is two little advertisements from a newspaper, so little cuttings, and that's all they have. And the first film was like a mix between theatre and cinema. But that brings me on to today's video, which is my review of Idol. This is part of their Korean Now section, which is like contemporary Korean cinema, movies that have just been released or like been released in the last few months, like this year. So Idol is directed by Lee Su-jin. You may know his first film, Kyung-gu, which was based on a real rape incident, and whilst this doesn't really have the same storyline, it does have those dark little elements in there which this film has, and it tells the story of a politician's son who is involved in a car accident after being driving under the influence of alcohol. His father, played by Suk-kyu, one of the best Korean actors. I think he's in the top 5 Korean actors. He's sort of running for office, and at the same time, the father of the boy that was murdered, killed in this accident, is played by Kyung-gu. We really see these two characters looking for information about this incident. Now, it's a very hard film to review. I really did not know how to go about this, because it's one of those films which can easily be spoiled. There's so many, like the first act, if I was just to talk about the first act of this film, it could ruin the whole plot for everyone. But all I can say is this film is extremely dark. It touches on so many elements. You have human trafficking. You have the issue of Chinese immigrants that come over to Korea. You also have like corruption in politics. There's so much going on in this film, which it's just so heavy on these issues. You also have about the class system, which a lot of Korean films discuss in their narration. But yeah, the look and feel of this film is just it's really gritty, dark, and it is a proper film noir. But the main emphasis of this film are the two performances by Suk-kyu and Kyung-gu. I think their performances are really good. Whilst everyone else in there is pretty good, I feel like we don't get to see much of their characters evolving, and it's sort of like it does get a little bit messy, this film. Like I was pretty confused during this film at some points. I think it does deserve another watch. Whilst I was confused, and the gentleman next to me was like, okay, I really need to see this film again. After we watched it, we were discussing it. I did like it. I pretty enjoyed it. I think it's a film noir that we don't really get to see from Korea nowadays. I know it's commercial cinemas is sort of losing it a little bit in Korea, but I think Lee Su-jin, he's done well with this film. I mean, this is his second film, and it's just wonderful. I mean, with some Korean directors, not many of them have that first movie that's an absolute hit, and he had that. And I think coming off this, which is like 6 years since his last film, which was Hangong-ju, I think it's pretty crazy. And this film just looks wonderful. If you are into movies with lots of like twists and turns, this is something you would enjoy. And if you like the two main actors, you should definitely check it out. I thought it was pretty good. I think it has its flaws. I think it is a bit messy, but it does deserve a second watch. And maybe then I would probably come to a more concrete view of this film. I enjoyed a lot of aspects of it, but yeah, like I said, it's very confusing, and yeah, it does get a little bit messy. So yeah, that is my review of Idol. I should put another review up in 2 days' time, guys. That's for another film I've seen at the Korean Film Festival. Till then, guys, comment below if you've seen it. Let me know what your favourite film is of the two actors. And click like, subscribe, and I'll see you next video, guys. Take it easy.